Vergie from Be Gritty Horsemanship. I'm here today with Cletus, and he is gonna help me show you how to teach your horse how to softly lower their head from pull pressure. The end goal with this is that you're gonna end up with a horse that will drop its head from the lightest pressure possible. We're gonna start this off in the halter and eventually build up and move to doing it in the bridle. Why do you want your horse to be able to soften from the pole? When your horse learns to soften from the pole and does it on a regular basis, it's going to soften their mind as well. And when you get that, it's going to transfer over into everything else. It's going to create a little bit more feel in your horse when they can soften from the pole. You'll get better stops, better backs, better collection. It'll be easier when your horse can soften from the pole versus being really stiff all the time. They hold a lot of tension in their pole, so softening that really just creates a lot more feel throughout your horse's body. It will also remedy any bridling issues you have. If you've got a horse that really wants to avoid the bridle and lift their head and toss their head up in the air, or even move from side to side, just anything they can do to get away from that bridle, this is going to remedy that for you. So the way that we do this is, first we want to make sure everybody knows where their pole, what part of the horse is the pole. It is right, look at him, he already knows what I want. It is right behind their ears, super soft, no pressure. It is right behind their ears on either side of the mane. So when I apply my pressure, I'm going to use my thumb and my middle finger. If I had a horse that wanted to resist, I might use my middle and my ring finger. It just kind of depends on the horse. So I'm going to start off as light as possible, and it takes just about nothing. Like I could use one finger here for Cletus. There we go. And he would just drop his head all day. But he understands the pressure. If you get a horse that wants to resist the pressure, you would need to add more. But just remember, even if you have a horse that wants to resist, to start off really soft and gradually, good boy, increase that pressure as we go. So if your horse has not done this, does not understand giving to the pressure at the pole, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. You're going to have to work at it and gradually build into it a little bit. You're just looking for them to try, to create a try. So for me, if I have a horse that's going to resist or doesn't understand, the first thing I'm looking for would be if they're lifting and pushing back against the pressure, even if they just stopped pushing for a second, I'm going to release. And I'm going to make sure that my release is immediate, that it's complete. I'm not going to linger up here. I'm not going to rest my hand there when I take it away. I'm going to drop the horse like it's on fire. So just like that. He's going to drop and I'm going to move away, take away any pressure. When I praise him, I'm going to praise from above between his ears. I want him to be a little lower. I want him to stay here. So every time he comes back up, I'm just going to ask. And it takes he's going to resist there just a little. There you go. So even on a horse like this that understands the pressure, it's okay if they want to resist. It's just another opportunity for me to create a stronger foundation, to make him even softer. Like right there, that was nothing. I barely had to touch him. And he put his nose all the way to the ground. So there's always something, you're constantly building off of your baseline. He wants to go outside with his friends. There you go. That was nothing. Good boy. So I wanted to do a demo with him just to show what the end goal is. What you're going to strive for is to have a horse where I didn't even have to touch him. Nope, there he's going to resist a little bit. He's over this. But that's the end goal, is a horse that you don't want to have to, you can just, well, there, He resisted, he hit the pressure and dropped his head. But that's the end goal, is to have a horse that takes almost no pressure. So I wanted to show you that. In our next video, we're gonna bring out a horse that hasn't had any of this. She doesn't know anything about giving to pole pressure. So we're gonna go through that with her and give you an idea of things to watch out for, mistakes, looking for a try in your horse. So watch out for our next video, and thanks for watching.